space to channels, so hopefully get some NA interest as well.
Okay, 1 sec, let me... Wait, where's the chat that's popping off? Is it this one? Not too sure. Fuck, I've lost it. Is it disputes? Won't be disputes. Should be general. Oh, what's his name?
You looking for?
Aces, found him.
Alright everyone, I want to see a circle pit.
Oh, I could smell my dinner downstairs.
You're always...
No. I'm always eating around 7, okay? Because that's when dinner time is, and that's when I'm always casting.
I always cast when I eat.
Oh, I can smell it.
Gonna get me snatched up.
Getting ready for the stream. I
Yeah,
gotta get up the comments. So sometimes.
Yeah, well, because I can see the comments live anyway, because I'm just watching it. So
Oh, yeah.
I see everything. I'm the all-seeing eye. About 7 seconds in the past.
Pretty much. Arc Zero versus Paradox. Week 4. Oh, I can hear me. That is not a nice voice.
I can hear me through you hearing you.
Oh wow. Damn. Get confusing. Yeah, sorry about this, Ian. We have no idea what's happening. We just don't. Not a clue. Oh no, don't forfeit, I want to cast. I come here to cast, okay? I don't come here for a fucking forfeited game.
And who's the team that's looking to be forfeited?
Arc Zero.
Who's Arc Zero could be forfeited? Well, that's pretty huge. Because if they get forfeited, that puts them right back into the middle of the pack.
Right.
As well.
I just had my mum call me. Dinner time. Yeah. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, I'm coming.
He literally always eats dinner on cast. I don't believe him. Yeah, look, we're waiting to see what's happening because we don't obviously want to have a forfeit, but we've got to stay consistent at the same time. This AZ Paradox game has kind of been like it's been a bit of a back and forth all week, to be honest. Yeah, so we'll have to see what happens.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I do hope this doesn't get forfeited. I was looking forward to this game. This is like such an important game as well.
Yeah, if it does get forfeited, that'll be huge for teams like the likes of FDMT, who are really in a pivotal moment right now.
How
because
long have we got? They've got 5 minutes to join.
they're going against AZ next week. So
Oh, Harry made it.
if that goes wrong, and then they have to forfeit it, and then FDMT get a result against Insane, that could mean that Insane end up taking up one of those higher spots still, and then Arc Zero potentially drop down even further, and FDMT can get into the top 6 spot, and then they're really threatened, and it becomes kind of out of their hands, and it depends on the other teams and how they get a result.
Well, whatever happens today, like Arc Zero will have at least 4th place. Like if they were to win this game, they'd go to 10 points with Insane currently on 9. So Insane would only need a draw, and they would most likely have the round differential on Arc Zero. So Arc Zero are probably looking in 4th anyway. The thing that interests me most about a forfeit is what happens to Paradox, because if Paradox get a 7-0 win, then just looking at the table, they're at -6 for their round differential, so that would put them up to +1. It would put them up to 6 points, which is the same as Vindication, and Vindication have a neutral +-. So they would leapfrog into 5th with the same amount of points as Vindication by getting that free 7-0, right? So imagine if they were to play the match anyway, and it was a close match. They are in like the tie between Vindication, Firestorm, and Paradox. They have the worst round difference, right? So Paradox getting a 7-0 win is huge for them because it helps them very, very much in that department. And they would secure the free win. It'd be safely into 5th at that point, and the disadvantage that had kind of gone against them with their round difference would just no longer exist. It'd be completely neutralized. So
They got 3
that's what
minutes.
I see from this. There's so much more for Paradox to gain.
Well, to be fair, neither teams are in at the moment, so Paradox could forfeit at this moment. Yeah. Right, I've told him to join now. Right, come on, please. I don't want to forfeit. Pika's here. Right, so Paradox has basically rocked up to the party. It's gonna be rude, but can they hurry up? I'm ready. I'm so ready. I've got my dinner. I've got my drink. Oh, Drew, you there? Bit of news. Arc Zero will be doing a 4v5 this game since they haven't got a 5th member.
That's good. That's good. That's important for them as well because, as
But
we've just been discussing, like that helps their round difference out if they even just get a couple of rounds.
If they're allowed to play, it's up to Aces.
I think we've had 4v5s in the past. But like, I mean, obviously, like both teams have to agree to it. I mean, as we were saying earlier, like this is such a big game for Paradox's round differential. Like if they lose this, they fall right back into the bottom four. Well, they stay in the bottom four rather, and with not the greatest round differential either. And it opens the door for FDMT or Shaded to maybe pick up a win early next week and to kind of leapfrog them in the standings. However, if they do get a win, they're right back in it. They get right back into smack bang in the middle of the table. Still a long way to go though.
This is one crunchy potato. Holy shit.
You and your potatoes.
Sunday roast dinner. Come on now. You know what it is.
Jealous. Do you know what I'm having? I'm having heated up pizza from last night.
I might as well have it cold.
I mean, cold pizza's great. I had it for breakfast. This pizza was last night's dinner, this morning's breakfast, and I'm a mess. I need to sort this out. I can run to yours for a roast.
Fuck it, I'll let you in. Come up here. Maybe we don't have. You don't have to sit look at the stream. You can just look at my screen.
I don't have to exist 7 seconds in the past. Yeah, props to you, man. Like you have to like do everything yourself. You have to spectate. You have to call the play-by-play. I'm just here, well, being a bit condescending, I guess.
Hey, you've got the brains.
Nah, it's good fun though.
Okay, I do like that.
I have the advantage of being able to think before I say.
Can we just appreciate that picture that that expert sent into the group chat with an FDMT member carrying everyone else? I do like that.
Well, as we saw in the last game, being able to carry a team isn't something you can rely on. I mean, with Invictus being shut down for the majority of those rounds, yeah, sure, like, Vindication was still able to pull out the rounds, but they didn't win the rounds in the same way we were used to seeing, which was Invictus basically going in and killing everyone, and everyone else picking up the OBJ work, really. Other members had to step up and frag too. So it was good to see. I think it's a positive for Vindication, because it's kind of been a bit of a question mark for them recently, is how do they do without Invictus? But I think they showed today that they can, and I think, more importantly, they showed how strong their map pool is as well, with the 2 wins that they've had.
Oh,
that was
okay.
good fun, though.
It looks like they have some evidence that they could have done it with 730. There is some evidence. They are not going to forfeit. They are going to play. It's definite.
Good. That's good to see.
But what it looks like, looks like FOD can't do the 830. So you ready to go again, Drew? After this,
let's do it. Let's make it 3. I love this. So, like, I've been looking forward to this week so much, though, just because of the matchups. Like, this is the first time where you've had teams play each other that are in direct contention with each other's spots. Before, it's just kind of been top versus bottom. This is like the part of the league where it starts to kind of spice up a little bit, and we start to see a little bit of, I don't know, like, it starts to even out a little bit, and you start to really see who the top teams are. So, yeah, I'm like super looking forward to this match and the next match. I think this one's going to be a really good matchup as well.
I'm actually excited for it. I really hope there isn't a forfeit. I'm going to talk to the guys in game chat. Just to ask. Actually, wait. Nope, don't worry. I know he's attacking first. He's already sent me a message on it.
Would you like to know how Paradox have done in like recent games?
I would love to know.
Well, so we said about how Paradox and Vindication are kind of vying for that 5th spot. Paradox actually beat Vindication in their first match of the league, and that was on Bank. Can you remind me what map we're doing today?
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. We're doing Clubhouse. Actually, I just want to see if anyone's actually played Clubhouse.
V3 played Clubhouse. Oh, how are the 2 teams? I'm not too sure about that one.
They've both played Bank. Give me a sec.
Right.
Both
Blue.
played Bank. They both played.
Oh, he's made it. He's made
Yep.
it.
We have not seen Clubhouse from either of these teams. K. K's been a man on a mission this season. He's been so good for the team.
Right,
He's been
well,
their best player in my opinion. He's so consistent.
I guess what people are saying, it looks like I'm gonna have to give thingy around.
What, one round already?
Go to match options. Oh, round history. What objective should I set it on? Well,
Good question. Is there not a setting where you can give them a round but like not specify an objective?
I mean, I could just do a bar. Like, I don't think they're gonna go bar.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. I mean, if it's up to us, be hilarious if they had like 5 like insane bar strats to show us. But how do bans work then?
Oh, there's a fucking cooldown on this. Well, what do you mean? How do bans work? I guess it's just like round outcome, and it's like a blue win, and then you pick like.
No. I mean like operator bans. Like you not have to fill those in too.
So I just do bedroom. Wait, how many rounds am I giving them?
It's like cutting off their fingers, isn't it?
Wait, they get 2 rounds.
Where are you seeing this, by the way?
Yikes. Okay. So I'll give bedroom for the first round. Wow. Okay. Bedroom. And then I'm going to give another blue win. Oh my god, poor guy. This is going to be massive. They're going to straight away be on the lower hand. And I think they're on a 5v4. I've just got to clarify this. So it's a 2-0 to Paradox. Fine. I guess they're ready.
Good.
Right. And they've got a 5v4.
So how many rounds down? 2 rounds down.
2 rounds
correct?
down on a 5v4.
And defending first.
Right, I guess both teams are ready. Right, here we go. 5v4, 2-0 up for Paradox. Arc Zero are going to have to pull their weight to win this. Oh yeah, I got to link the thing I've got. Oh my god, what? Why are there no bans?
Yep. You should probably. So the way this is gonna have to work, we're gonna have to ask them for their bans,
Okay.
and then we're gonna have to fill in their bans. So. Right. Do you want me to sort this out?
I didn't know that would happen.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. It's a bit weird, like having to add rounds.
Start and they can ban? Bruh. Alright. It's actually a joke. Yep, create spectator.
Arc Zero on defense, is that correct? Arc Zero
yeah.
on defense. Yo, so have you got this? So Mavericks first.
Maverick. Yeah. They ban IQ. Defense ban. Come on, come on, come on. Mirror.
Mirror.
Mirror again. Yikes, that's massive. What is happening?
And I believe, like, if they win 2 rounds, does that mean that they can choose whatever site, right? Is that correct? Oh no, it has to be 3. Right, okay.
And Echo band. Okay.
Yes.
They're the 4 bands.
Let's go.
Have I done the map? Oh, I need to invite both teams. People need to stop shouting at me. Sorry, I haven't got a fucking keyboard and mouse like half the people in this league, so I can't type fast enough. Right.
We've been trying really hard to just have a match. It looks like it's going to be 4v5 in Paradox's favour, with Paradox starting on attack as well, and with a 2-round advantage. We just need
to see what teams
manually get all the players in, manually get all the bands in, and we're good to go.
Blue win.
Either way, this is all better than the forfeit. It's good to see.
Another blue win for Bar, isn't it? Correct? So, like that. I believe. Yeah, so... Oh, I forgot who's attacking first. They're attacking first. Blue team's attacking first. Alright, waiting for one more. So, have a look at this quickly. Have I done this right? Because I've never done a fucking round history before.
I believe so. Yes, you've got the bands in the right place.
Right.
When you start, they should be able to.
All right.
Here we go. They should be 2-0. They should be defense starting first with the right bands in place. I think we're good. Right, let's get past all of that. Let's just focus on the game.
Yeah.
So,
right.
as we're saying,
a great 2 rounds.
Yeah. Arc Zero 2 rounds down, but they currently hold a higher spot in the league, so they will be looking to grab as many rounds, if not the win, from this unlikely situation. We've not seen either team play in Clubhouse so far, so it'll be interesting to see what they bring to the table with no opportunity to have a league VOD on them. However, both players have obviously shown a lot in terms of what kind of operators they want to play, which kind of led to some of these bans. Otherwise, they're kind of standard for this map, I believe. Would you say so as well? I think particularly the Echo ban.
Yeah. Echo is a massive one that gets taken out, because especially for that bottom floor. Like, if you did watch the V3 game, that one Echo was gonna win shaded that one round that they could have got against V3.
Yeah.
But
that
then
was the most clutch play I've
out.
ever seen, by the way.
But then that Echo does get taken out, which was very close for them to win the round. But I think Echo is one of the most helpful operators in this map. I need to get up the live stream because fucking comments are coming in left, right, centre.
Yes. Well, it's good that everyone's kind of stayed around. I know it's kind of been a little bit rushed, a little bit kind of all over the place, but we're just trying to get a game for you guys. And it looks like we're getting into it. Is this yep, it's a CCTV server defense. This has become like one of the more kind of favoured sites I've found. Like, I know obviously downstairs has its benefits, with it being bottom floor, you just have to worry about the vertical play and then kind of spreading out your defense to kind of prevent that main stairs push. But
I'm excited. This is going to be... Arc Zero are going to have to pull something out their asses for this game. Right, they know it's not easy. They know they're going to be challenged for this game. With 4 people, with Oliver letting them down. Okay, he's lagged out. Harry will probably come back until he goes. But so Oliver letting them down for that 5th member, and also losing 2 rounds for being like half an hour late. That is not nice. This is actually so difficult to cast on one person. Oh, he fails a bloody bandit trick. Okay, he is back.
sorry about that.
He's all good.
Even my internet's like giving up.
What I was going to say though is, oh, a good kill by Rudy. But what I was going to say was that, oh, wait, what was I going to say? I don't remember. I saw that Paradox straight away banned their IQ, which kind of gave Arc Zero the idea that Echo won't be easily countable since that IQ's gone. So they was like, okay, we don't want that Echo against us, so we just take it out. And I think that was probably really smart from them, apart from the fact that they're defending first. So they haven't got their Echo for the defending side that they've got, but I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I do think that's a good point about like the IQ kind of Echo relationship with fans there. I think I'd rather deal with a Maestro than an Echo in that situation, especially with no IQ on the board.
They made it 3v3, completely ignoring the lack of numbers, but that's a 1v3 with Cooper left, but they get taken out. I was wrong, it wasn't Oliver that let him down. I'm not too sure who they're missing. Do you know?
There's been a few players for Arc Zero. I mean, like they've kind of had a few roster changes and everything as well. I get the feeling that that may have kind of caused the issues with them being able to attend this match in the first place. But I'm hoping that they'll figure out and bounce back. Obviously, this is not an ideal situation, but as we said before, like them just playing the match, if they can like snag some rounds, it's a better result than the 7-0 forfeit. So if the opportunity is there for them to play, then they should definitely take it, and they have done. So. Kind of coming back to the IQ, Dan, like I'm wondering, so it was Paradox that banned the IQ, and I'm wondering if when they switch to the defense side, if they're going to have a lot of Valkyrie play, because Valkyrie's an op that becomes a lot stronger when there's no IQ to deal with it. And in fact, when you look at the 6-pick phase, that tends to be a relationship you see there as well. Say if there's a Valkyrie, tend to 6-pick onto the IQ, or bait the switch onto the IQ, things like that. So I'd be interested to see how Paradox utilizes the IQ band to their advantage.
Yeah. So, any predictions? Since a lot of predictions have been going down in the comments.
Oh dear. Predictions?
Here we go. This is this is when one team loves you, one team hates you.
Well, put it this way: if I was in a 4v5, I'd rather be attacking than defending. But this is not. This map here is like not the easiest to push with a man disadvantage either. Just there's so many different sites that are viable. I'm personally a big fan of this map since the rework. I think it's a lot more viable competitively. So they've got a work out for them. I'm not going to give a prediction. I think we've been through too much today to do that. But Paradox certainly look good to be in a position to take the win, and we'll bring it up later on once it gets close to the end of the game. But there are a lot of league table permutations that come into play with that win. So
Legion
they'll certainly be looking to handle business here.
Yeah, Legion's already low from a gun battle with 2 people from that utility room. Not a good start from Arc Zero already. Does get taken out, but also team kills peak. with that Jackal gone. Here we go, they're already on a... Okay, 2 kills taken out as a 2v3. Arc Zero are up on numbers here. They're not going down without a fight. They showed up. The league... I'm not going to say the league's mugged them off, but they haven't been put in a good situation. It's partly their fault. And they're going to show up. They just want to win. If they're here to win, they're here to get the playoffs. And show all them people though that have like
for the grand scheme of things, one lose won't do them much harm.
Because this is a team that is capable, or definitely capable of making the playoffs. There we go, KJ gets another kill onto Zofia, I believe, and that is the round for Arc Zero. They're not going down without a fight. No way.
It is worth noting that Arc Zero individually have performed very well in recent games. We mentioned K at the start of the game. He's been incredibly consistent, not inconsistent, playing all 3 matches and posting a 0.75 cost all the way through that. So he's been a very key member. And a very consistent member for their team. I think I said the word consistent quite a lot there, but that's basically K's game really, this season. He's been a very consistent fragger and obviously very good in defense as well. So even in a 5v4, like you still fancy them to at least put up a fight. It's just playing a numbers game. Like you're not supposed to lose in a 5v4 is what I'm saying here. And Paradox aren't a team to really. They're not a pushover team either. They seem very disciplined, and they've been a distance in matches too as well, so they have that experience there too.
Right. Sorry, just enjoying my dinner when you speak. Right, now they're coming to bedroom, now they are actually allowed to take it.
Yeah, so we're seeing like a fairly kind of default setup when defending gym bedroom, which is trying to control that jacuzzi wall. That jacuzzi wall is quite a pivotal part of this objective because once the attackers get control of it, they have pretty much free real estate to all of that corridor.
Yeah.
Preventing rotations in and out of sight. It's all going to be down to the setup, and in order to prevent the jacuzzi wall being taken so easily, they'll have to cast a barricade on that gym wall, which will allow the bandit to do his bandit tricking. I'm not sure if the Legion has any impacts left. Those may come into play for an impact trick.
Really? Had to have a quick check. Carry on. Cut you off there.
It's obviously like if you're in a 4v5 as well, you have to think there are reinforcements that are missing. So you're not going to be able to have your planned setups because there'll just be certain walls that are exposed that shouldn't be, and certain angles will be available that you didn't want, and that's just something they're going to have to improvise with on the spot.
Thermite trying to play with the bandit, trying to get open that jacuzzi wall, gets denied. There's 150 left and no bullets fired apart from that Thermite getting a little bit damaged by that bandit. That is about it.
Yes, of course you'll see this real time, but as far as I can see, he's only got one of those exothermic charges left as well.
Right, Lightning Man gets a double kill from onto KJ and Cooper with Bandit left on a 1v4. People attacking from both sides, but they can't open that jacuzzi wall. Won't really make a difference. Expert does get 1 kill. Again, he's not going to leave here until he's put up a fight. Okay, he downs Buck. Misses a few shots while he's down, but he does end up taking him out. The game, Reigns does get a headshot onto Bandit, which is 4-1 to Paradox.
Yeah, like to the Bandit, to his credit, did his job perfectly throughout that entire round. It was just uh, while there was a that 1v1 interaction going on between the Thermite and the Bandit trekking along that wall, the Paradox just seemed to kind of play the numbers in the 4v3 that remained on the board. So it's tough to see, but that's just the way it happens. It's why I wouldn't favour them starting on defense. Maybe on attack they can like maybe neutralise their disadvantage that they have a little bit more. But it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be a well, I was gonna say it's gonna be a long 6 rounds, but we're already in the 6th round, so maybe not. So it's a quick game just because those 2 rounds that we skipped at the start. So.
It's always the difference. One more round until they do get on attack. I feel kind of bad for Auxero. Yet again, it's their fault.
Do you ever get that feeling? You know when you're in like a clutch situation, like a 1v2 or 1v3, you know, like when you like kind of mentally turn up, just like, right, I'm gonna turn these people. Like, you know, people either side of you try and get like the 180s. Like Auxero must just be in that state of mind right now, where they're just like we need to. Like every gunfight is a clutch situation for them because if they get first blood, that's them in a 4v4.
Yeah, but then if they lose that as well.
Well, if Paradox play the trades, then they'll always have the man advantage. So every kill that Auxero are going to get, they want to be following up with another, or at least get away with their life. It's they're certainly going to be turned up if they want to win this. And I think they do as well. Like you can tell by the way they're playing, they're really trying to make it work for them.
Yeah, I have huge respect for Auxero. But like, only having 4 members and still playing. I mean, yeah, Ace did that early on in the league. Still have respect for Ace for doing that. Especially against a team like, I think it was Insane, they played 4. Like, massive respect. It's not easy. It's just like having that one member always go for a spawn peak, not do any damage and die. Every single round.
It's yeah. Well, we'll just have to see how they handle it. I mean, again, then getting 1 round on the board is better than 7-1's better than the 7-0. And if I'm going to make any prediction, it's going to be that this league's only going to get closely contested in the middle back. It's just the way the rounds have gone so far. Like again, this match and the next match means so much for round differential in terms of teams leapfrogging each other in the standings while still having the same points. So it's all going to be important, and because it's single round robin as well, the first tiebreaker is going to be round difference too. So
yeah, I believe Thermite is finally going to go open that wall. Yeah, because he is getting pressured by the Ying. Oh wait, is he going to get denied again? No, because the Hibana takes him out from the garage. Which leaves Auxero on a 3v5. 3v4, KJ getting a refrag. Nah, because he took out Spark. But yet again, like lowering in the numbers of Paradox. Now on a 3v3 with smoke extremely low. It's not a nice spot. But to be fair,
Ying missed some crucial shots on that player playing around main stairs there. That would have been a game changer for sure.
Oh, flick straight to him. Great kill by Ganzi. Ganzi's taken out by KJ. Gets to get KJ with another kill. It is a 2v1 for Auxero. With 40 seconds left. Hibana's going to have to do something here. Oh, they know where he is. Hibana is not in a good spot right now. Not necessarily a lot of health. Probably 2 shots dead. We're near enough any gun. He's gonna have to run in. They are stalling time. They know they've won this round. He misses his diffuser. Lamb gets the last kill. So if he wasn't counting the 2 rounds that Paradox off of 3 from Auxero's punishment, it would be 2-all right now.
Yeah, like it was. I don't want to say for sure, but I'm not I'm not 100% in it, but I think the Ying missed some free shots onto the Jaeger, and it was the Jaeger who ended up getting a double. So it just shows the small margins that decide games. But I believe that's Arc-Zero winning they won a defense on 2 sites there, so that's a good job by them, showing that, you know, just basically showing their ability to work together to wean out those trades and win the gunfights, and most importantly, stay alive to the end of the round.
Yeah.
This is where it gets interesting, because they're going to be on attack, and again, I just feel like on attack they can, although they're playing against the clock, they can somewhat control the pace a little bit better, and I think that'll work to their advantage. They are a good team in terms of their teamwork and their chemistry. I know they've been through some roster changes, but we've got a core 3 here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the Thermite. I'm not sure if that's a PSN name change or a new member.
Who?
But
Lamb. Yeah, I'm not too sure either.
it's certainly possible. Like, this game is not over.
It's interesting. Very interesting. They will be holding CCTV and cash room. The first site. But one thing that I've realised, especially from the comments, thanks for that. Oh, it's weird saying collective because that's kind of us. But they haven't bought a Thatcher or a Twitch. The only way they're going to be able to actually destroy them bandits is by going underneath. And I believe that floor's breakable. Or just taking out bandit itself and just shooting them.
Yeah. The floor in CCTV.
Yeah, that's
it's breakable. The floor in cash, some of it's breakable, some of it is not. Leading up to the main stairs, it's not. That leads directly onto the stock room. And where you just saw Jaeger run through before going up main stairs, that's underneath the objective. So yes, there is some vertical play to be had, but even so, I feel like judging by the lineup, I feel like Arc-Zero were banking on them going downstairs first. I feel like not having the Twitch and the Thatcher is a little bit more manageable. You've got a few different options once you come up against that wall. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how they adapt to this.
Okay, Legion gets downed by Jackal. Again, lowering the numbers. Make this fight more so fair. They're actually going to take out that Legion. Okay, yeah, they've taken him out with a 4v4. Jackal's been tagged. That's probably about it. Not what's happening at the moment. Okay, I take that back. Bandit takes out Zofia, making it 3 members for Arc-Zero left.
What a nice angle used from that bandit there.
And that bandit with that last second bandit trick, that was nice. That was very nice. Okay, Ash hits bandit a few times with Maestro and Bandit been hit. It's weird seeing people through the rules, because it's like he's right there, why don't you shoot him? Then you realise they can't see what you're seeing. Okay, a few missed shots by Expert, leaving Jaeger to be able to turn around and take him out with Ash, the last member alive from Arc-Zero. Bandit, KJ with a great kill onto the Bandit. Rushing in objective, hitting that Jaeger, then gets taken out by the Maestro. I was really hoping for a big clutch there from KJ. He is one of the best players in the league, and he could definitely do it.
Based on performances from the first three weeks, KJ's definitely been up there as one of my, in my opinion, the stars. I mean, obviously, doing the stats, I get a bit more of a better look into each game and the numbers on it. But the thing that, again, just kind of come back to the consistency. You know what you're going to get from Kay, and he certainly has the gun skill to compete with anyone in this league. Again, to reiterate, I'm a few seconds behind watching the stream, but those were some nutty shots he pulled off.
Living in the past.
Do a lot more of that. So let's see. So they are going downstairs this time. They've bought the same lineup except for a Hibana instead of the Ash, I believe. So it's going to allow them to focus on a particular push through a wall. Obviously, the most common one being through that church wall, whilst also working on the hatches in kitchen and in the bar. Perhaps blue, the hatch leading to blue from stockroom as well. If that's reinforced too. So they're well equipped to take this.
Yeah.
And there's no bandit, there's no mute, there's nothing to stop it. So I feel like the way Arcturo played the start of that attack run was good. They kind of played it at their own pace, they got the first blood. But ultimately just didn't have the tools to really take on the objective. I feel like they're going to be a bit better equipped this time around.
Yeah, I've remembered who hasn't showed up for Mark Zero, and that is Lanix, I believe. Not too sure what his PSN is. But I guess that is... Yeah, that does ring a bell now. That is the one person kind of stopping Arc Zero from having 5 members and keeping this a fair game.
Yeah, I've seen Lanix pop up around the Discord, but with the new feature with PlayStation 4 and, like, you know, it's changing name, it's hard to keep track sometimes. It's not so easy to spot. But we can iron that out towards the end of the game or afterwards.
Yeah. Right.
So, I'm just noticing the Legion setting up for an impact track in the hatch. So it's a bit of a double whammy with having the Kaid on the kitchen hatch, and then if that's Kaid... Oh, sorry, a new one.
No, carry on, I can talk afterwards. Everyone can see what's happening anyway, yours is more important.
Oh, it's fine. I was just saying that controlling the kitchen hatch is their game here, and that is one thing that Arc Zero are going to struggle with, because they don't have that stature.
Cooper trying to even out the numbers since Expert was taken out in the first few seconds by the Pulse. Again, Arc Zero are still low on numbers. Okay, Hibana does put Pulse extremely low, but Cooper finishing him off. They are on a 3v3. Arc Zero yet again doing as much as they can to try win this game. One thing about this is... Oh, sorry?
It's typical timing out, isn't it?
Yeah, awkward silence.
They do manage to get the hatch open, which is, to me, a little bit surprising. But good work and coordination. Paradox kind of kept a little bit sleeping there. They should have surely had the advantage. But, you know, the hatch is open now, and that's what they've got to work with. I'm seeing him now going to the 3-2. I'm going to let you take away with the initial
Cooper with another kill. I'm pretty sure this could be the ace from Cooper, I believe. Is it?
I've not been keeping track, I'm afraid. But that's an effort from him if it is.
Cooper getting in the battle, but it does take out KJ, which is big. He's a massive play on there. Okay, Thermite trying to get the diffuser down. He does get it. He hasn't got long Janex. Janex, what? Cooper gets it again. Was that an ace?
Oh, dude, I'd have to watch it back. He certainly got at least 4 of them.
Yeah, so definitely 4. But either way, Cooper showed up this round. Absolutely beautiful from him.
He had the big round as well. He like played a part in getting that vertical control above kitchen, getting the hatch open. I feel like ultimately it didn't play into how they won that round too much, but it certainly made the defenders uncomfortable. It forced them out of that position from being able to anchor in that kitchen. And
Yeah.
that's the thing with that hatch. If you have control of kitchen, or at least know no one's there, and you've got the hatch closed and reinforced, you can use that as a way to deny any pressure into Moto, any pressure onto the triple wall into Church. So it was certainly important for them to relieve that stronghold that Paradox have.
Yeah. Arc Zero, they win today. We're not going to hear the end of it, are we?
I don't want to count them out. Honestly, I feel like the first attack round they just didn't have the operators suited for it. Same with the second round. I feel like they need to adjust and bring a Thatcher to deal with Paradox's setups and the fact that they can abuse that man advantage as well.
Yeah.
But otherwise the rounds have been pretty close. So like I feel like if they could just rethink a little bit about how to counter the ops that are on the board simply with a Thatcher, then
Okay, someone
I
has.
don't know, man. Like I favour them on attack. They have the gunny. Like they can certainly do it. It's just a matter of whether Paradox is going to give it to them.
Just someone did check back for me. Cooper did get an ace that round.
Oh,
Fair
nice
play to him. Well done. I swear that's one of the first aces in the league, possibly the first.
I've certainly not seen an ace, not in EU. I've seen a couple in EA,
Well done to Cooper.
not in EU.
First ace in EU. God, if it wasn't loud enough. Right, anyway. Right, okay. Not a lot happening. To be fair, Arc Zero are going to play they are going to play too aggressive because of the numbers. But I just can't wait to see if they can do this.
This is I'm pretty sure this is the third defense type we've seen, right? Well, it was we had cash first and we went down low. So we're seeing we've seen 3 out of 4 sites anyway so far. Nice bit of variety.
People. Yeah. Okay, KJ gets the first frag, and Expert gets another one as well. Arc Zero on a 4v5. God, KJ this game. There's one word to describe this man is consistent.
Yeah, I use it way too much.
No, it's not even that. You're using the word consistent consistently. Sorry.
Down the rabbit hole.
Right, but I've never seen Potato before, never in my life, and I've casted a lot of games from him. Whereas people like, I don't know, like obviously Expert sometimes has like 1 or 2 potatoes, or just every player has a potato every now and then. But KJ, Cooper with another kill to end that round. But what I was saying is KJ is just so consistent. Once you come up against Arc Zero, like one of the main candidates is KJ.
Yeah, he shoots pretty damn straight.
Before the deadly duo used to be GG Well Played and KJ.
Oh, so look back in the history books.
Get out my calendar.
Yes. To respond to a comment in the chat as well, like we normally see Expert on that hard breacher. That's like his known role. Kind of more like the objective, like the Goga of the league, if you want to use that common metaphor. But he's been the guy that has been getting down the objective quite a lot. He already has quite a lot of plants to his name so far in the league. So he's got 8 plants in the league so far out of a possible 28 rounds. So pretty much 1 in 3 rounds he gets the plant down. And when you consider that not all of those rounds are on attack, that's a pretty good start. So I feel like whether it's out of his comfort zone or not, he's been forced to kind of change up his role just to accommodate for the fact that the team needs some more direct fragging power. But yes, Sir Mike tends to be his more preferred operator, or Hibana. Basically any hard creature can get the job done. we've not seen a Thermite ban so far in the league, so it's always been available for him to use.
Mm. To be honest, Thermite's not one you see a lot getting banned, to be honest. Because
No,
both
it's
teams just love to use it.
It's just it hurts you if you don't have it. So unless you
Yeah.
have like direct strategies set up for that,
Hmm.
you know, I'm sure they do exist. Then you know, let's go for it. But like all the same, it's not as common to ban, and I feel like on the majority of sites, the ban is a little bit more powerful.
Mm.
On this map, I feel it's fairly well balanced. You could work with a Thermite ban for sure. But, it's not a Thermite ban that's going to be here at the end of the day. They do have a Maverick, which of course is some form of, I don't know, it's not really a hard creature, but it's certainly annoying to play against when you're around reinforcements. It will certainly help top Bandit a little bit. Anyway, moving on.
Yep. Sorry, I just responded to some of the comments. Right. Right, here we go again. 5-4. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore the 2-round Paradox one for a second. But
Okay.
oh, Expert with a great kill. Sorry, me carrying on though. Is Arc Zero have been all over Paradox, especially if you like take into consideration the fact they've always had one less member on every single round. They've pretty near enough had the first frag every single round, which is just absolutely massive. And if they had Lanix this game, or if they had another player, say if, I don't know, Mario didn't leave, or if Adam was still in the team, they would be, the form that they're in now, they would near enough be unstoppable.
Yeah, they're certainly playing with their backs against the wall. They've done it. They've made a fantastic adjustment though for the start of this round. They took out Bandit first, and they brought a Thatcher finally. So they certainly had no issues getting that wall open, and they can now basically push in the way that they planned first. Where I am at the video at 3-3. Again, I'll let you have the initial reaction.
Well, what we can see, because you're in the past, Micah did get a kill on to it was Cooper, so Thatcher, with the diffuser just sitting in garage. He said nice.
Aww.
Someone said nice words, Amjad. I don't know if that's sarcasm or so. I'm actually getting a compliment for once, but
I think it's a compliment. You have a very nice voice and you speak nice
thank you,
words.
Mate, don't shut up before I take you on a date. Alright, here we go. There is 10 seconds left with Hog Zero only having one member, which is Lamb the Thermite. He's going to have to play really aggressive here, going to try get the kill. Oh no, he is going to go try get the plant, gets taken out by Smoke. It is impossible for them to now get the win. But
yeah, good hold there by Reigns on that Smoke. Obviously more powerful as it gets to the end of the round, and they just found themselves with nowhere to go, Arc Zero. So, well, that initial control was just kind of in vain, really. Good job of turfing up, and just kind of playing the 3v3 situation pretty well.
oh, someone's texting me. Thanks for the very kind words at the end of their game. Oh, James, if you were listening, I love you, man. Right, here we go.
So, with that going 6-4, that's Paradox securing their point, which is obviously big for them. That was betting on to 1 win, 1 draw, and of course their 2 losses as well. But they do want to convert that into a 2-2 score for a win-loss. With a round differential as it is now, they do not leapfrog Vindication. They stay behind Vindication. In terms of Firestorm, it all depends on what happens in their match straight after this with Insane.
Stay
if
tuned.
Paradox was to... sorry?
I was gonna say stay tuned, but it was really cringy. So carry on.
It's all good. Like, so, if Firestorm win by any sort of result, I do believe they still hold the round differential as it is, no matter what happens with this game from now on. So, again, very interesting. It's really exciting. I like when there's like close situations and very close situations like this. Gives teams a lot to think about.
Argos are going to give the next 2 rounds all they can. Like, every team show up to either win or get something from the game. I know they obviously got 4 rounds, which is actually really impressive since they've had 4 people. But they are here to win. They're here to get a point. They're here to get the playoffs. And they are a team. I mean, obviously challenging teams like V3, I go insane. But they are here. I say they can win the league.
Yeah, they're certainly not out of it. We're only halfway through, and if they did get a point, so I'll put them on 8 points as well. And the people at the top of the table at the minute are on 12, so
but
4 points isn't that far away.
Lightning Man deletes KJ, meaning they're on 3 people. They are going to have to pull out something here. They're going to need something big. Maybe Cooper getting another ace.
Big first blood.
Maybe. And plus, even worse, taking out their top fragger. This is quite frustrating for Arg0 here.
Well, we saw him get an ace before, and it was on this objective, so
anything can happen.
The cards are on the table. That Vigil's gonna be annoying though.
Oh yeah, Vigil's done quite a lot already. Maybe just even time. Bandit having a fight with Lamb. Lamb comes out the victor. Now getting top floor control. I believe Vigil has gone back down. Getting top floor control. They are now going to slowly go down and just scary. It is very scary.
Yeah, so we had 10th round for both teams.
Okay, Expert taking out the Vigil. Now a 3v3. This is anybody's game.
That's big as well. There's still 1:25 left, so or certainly at the time I'm looking at anyway. But there's still, you know, more than a minute, so it's still plenty of time. And having the Vigil off the balls, like, is just gonna relieve any pressure of any roamers creeping up behind you.
Yeah.
Although there is still a possibility for a late Jaeger flank. However, I do believe that they will probably just turtle up like they did for the CCTV hold.
I'm excited. It's always Arg0 coming in with the with just the tense, the pressure against Shaded coming in like that was the biggest game of the season. And now coming here with only 4 members, and actually sorry, Lamb does take out Peak, leaving Arg0 with 3 and only Paradox with 2 with 20 seconds left. They're gonna have to rush this. Okay, Reigns takes out Cooper with a 2v2. Jaeger misses a few shots. Oh, I realise Maestro is down. All they need to do is take out this Jaeger. They miss a few shots. They have a little gun battle. Is he gonna get him? He does. It's 6-5. This is the round. This is the round that. This is massive.
Wow, what a well grafted out round for AZ there. They'll be happy with that. They'll be very happy with that. That was really well fought. And yeah, here we go, round 12. This is our second round 12 we've casted together. So
I did it with you.
But well, I'll take it. I love the round 12s.
Tense. Both teams, you could just hear that heart pumping.
So let's try and break down what they bring and what objective this is. So unless they change it last second, it's going to be Church Arsenal Room. So the site that we've just seen being attacked. I'm not seeing anything to really counter the Vigil here. I kind of figured that might be something that AZ might consider, like maybe a Jackal, Dokkaebi perhaps.
No, none. Capitai did 6-stick onto Hibana, getting that double heart breacher roll, but not a lot. But that 3v5 from Cooper, Lamb and Expert was beautiful. They done it very well. A little bit of potato in Armory, which the chat will not let them down for, but they still got the kill, and that's all that matters. And Jaeger putting up that fight.
Yeah, like it. I feel like the Romans did such a good job in the in the round that we just saw. But I just felt like if they'd been able to waste just that little bit more time, it would have worked. It would have worked out for them in the long run. Because I mean, at the end of the day, like it kind of came down to like a last-second push and winning the gunfights anyway.
Yeah.
If you were to set up that situation 10 times, maybe Arctur would win it 5, 6 times out of 10. I'm not saying they got lucky, but it certainly wasn't an ideal situation. And the more time that Paradox can waste, and having the utility to do that with the extra player and the ops that they have on the board, without any sort of hard counter, will certainly put them as favourites if they weren't already for this round. But you know, just taking this to a round 12 in a 4v5 situation kind of makes me believe that there isn't a straight-up favourite for this last round.
I'm just quickly checking if FOD can get this last game. Right, okay, Expert making it 4v4, already making it an even fight. Here we go, Paradox they're sweating it now.
It's a visual off the board as well, like the person we were literally just highlighting as like the key roamer for this team. Just as an operator alone. That's gonna hurt.
Expert also showing up in the next few rounds, getting quite a few kills from being, I think he was on the bottom, going straight to the top of the leaderboard. Okay, yeah, FOD is getting the next game.
Alright, gives us a wee break.
I guess so. I mean, I'd like to sit back and watch a game. Alright, 120 left, 4v4. What's gonna happen? Pretty much all defenders holding angles. They don't want to get like any easy picks against them. Oh, come on. Something happened. How's that Pulse getting into a fight? Now it's just wall banging. Okay, Bandit gets in a fight with the Ash. The Ash does take him out. That is KJ winning the battle against Lightning. It's a 3v5. 3v4, sorry. Marshall dealing bad damage. A team kill from the... That's a draw. What happened? It looks like Maestro team killed whoever it was, I'm not too sure. KJ gets a kill. I'm still not even too sure. And then which causes a draw. I mean, so from 2-0 down.
That's a steal. That is a steal. I mean, this just shows the caliber of the players, the individuals on the AZ, and if they're in a position where they are looking to rebuild their team, it certainly gives other teams something to think about going forward. But yeah, props to them. I mean, obviously with circumstances, they ended up having to forfeit 2 rounds.
Yeah.
They were already a man down. Everything was kind of against them, and I believe they lost. Yeah, they lost the first round as well. So they had to fight back from a 3-0 down, starting on defense to get that. No matter the circumstance, that's very well played by them. It's shown by Paradox as well.
Yeah.
But I think AZ has shown why. I think AZ has shown why they're currently higher up the table.
Yeah.
Than some of these other teams, just based on their individual performances alone.
One thing that I will have to pull out here is, it sounds like I'm sucking his dick at the moment, but KJ, the difference he made. I think he did get the most kills in the game, and he is my MVP for this game. I will have to give it to him. Don't know about you.
For me, it's fairly easy to kind of give it to KJ. Once again, you know what you're going to get from him.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much the amount of kills he got; it was more the impact of those kills. Like it was those doubles, kind of bouncing back from like a gunfight, being low HP, and just being the Iceman, you know. And I know this is just a league game, this is not playoffs or anything, but like it
Mm.
matters to them. It matters for the placement. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, if you get top 2, if you manage to get top 2, you get a bye. That's one less game you have to play. That's one extra position in the final standings that you gain. So they will still be pushing for that. And let's see if they can bounce back next week with hopefully a full team on time
Right,
at 0-0.
there you have it then. Second draw of the league. Hug 06, Paradox 6. Thanks for logging in.